On the front lines of battle, ATVs have become the new backbone of Russian forces' large-scale convoy attacks. These light vehicles are used to quickly break through front lines, transport large numbers of infantry, and utilize speed instead of armor protection. However, in the direction of Novopavlivka, this tactic once again ended in utter failure. Combat footage shows FPV drone operators and bomber crews from Ukraine's 42nd Mechanized Brigade calmly hunting down and destroying an entire enemy convoy moving on ATVs in open terrain. The attack began as a column of Russian ATVs advanced in a long formation, combing open paths toward Ukrainian lines. Dozens of ATVs advanced swiftly, carrying heavily armed infantry who appeared to be relying on speed and numbers to penetrate the defenses. However, from the beginning of the movement, the convoy was under intense Ukrainian aerial surveillance. Reconnaissance drones detected the direction, speed, and distance between the vehicles, then relayed the data in real time to the 42nd Brigade's control center. Shortly afterward, Ukrainian FPV drones launched a relentless hunt, striking the lead ATVs with deadly precision at high speed. Shortly after the initial attack, drone operators from the 42nd Ukrainian Mechanized Brigade began releasing other FPV drones. With high speed and aggressive maneuvers, these drones struck the ATV convoy one by one. Explosion after explosion destroyed vehicles in the front and middle ranks of the convoy, immediately halting the column's advance and creating chaos in the rear ranks. Several ATVs were blown to pieces, while ejected personnel scrambled for safety in the open terrain without cover. The next FPV drones came without pause, targeting vehicles attempting to turn around or disperse. From that moment on, the convoy's fate was practically sealed. The convoy began to disintegrate and lose coordination. The Ukrainian bomber crews entered the next phase. Bombs were dropped with precision on enemy concentration points, striking trapped ATVs and clustered infantry. The continuous explosions transformed the attack route into a field of destruction. Attempted retreat turned into mass panic, while any detected movement was again punished from the air. Within minutes, the Russian ATV convoy heading towards Novopavlivka was completely obliterated. The remaining vehicles burned or overturned, and no organized formation was visible. After the attack, the open terrain that had originally served as a breakthrough route proved to be a testament to the failure of Russia's rapid mobility tactics. In a short time, the attack route was transformed into a field of destruction, vehicles strewn with flames, and the remains of the convoy no longer displayed any form of combat formation. This operation reaffirmed Ukraine's tactical air dominance, particularly the effectiveness of the combined FPV drone strikes and aerial bombers, ensuring no safe haven for Russian forces in the area and destroying all enemy light convoy attacks. For Russian forces, the use of ATVs as a means of mass attack once again proved not to be a solution, but rather an invitation to destruction. The complete annihilation of this ATV convoy at Novopavlivka reaffirmed Ukraine's tactical air dominance on the front lines. The rapid mobility tactics that Russia had hoped would provide a solution instead proved to be a fatal weakness when faced with Ukraine's reconnaissance and precision strike systems. In the open terrain of Novopavlivka, speed was no match. Ukrainian-controlled skies once again became the deciding factor. Now, Russian forces sustained further losses over the past 24 hours, including nearly 1,000 personnel and dozens of pieces of heavy equipment, according to the latest battlefield update released on January 24th by the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Ukrainian military officials said Russian losses for the day included 1,280 troops, as well as multiple armored vehicles, artillery systems, and drones. According to the General Staff's estimates, total Russian combat losses since the start of the full-scale invasion on February 24, 2022, through January 23, 2026. During the invasion, Russia's total losses are as follows: personnel, plus 930, total approximately 1,233,020. Tanks, plus 4, total 11,603. Armored combat vehicles, plus 3, total 23,949. Artillery systems, plus 31, total 36,580. MLRS, multiple launch rocket systems, no change, total 1,623. Air defense systems, plus 1, total 1,283. Aircraft, no change, total 434. Helicopters, no change, total 347. Operational tactical UAVs, plus 772, total 114,049. Cruise missiles, no change, total 4,190. Warships and boats, no change, total 28. Military vehicles and fuel trucks, plus 88, total 75,644. Ukrainian officials note that the figures are approximate and continue to be updated as combat operations and damage assessments evolve. Over the past day, Ukrainian forces recorded 222 combat engagements, according to updated military data. Ukrainian forces report continued success in degrading Russian logistical and artillery capabilities. The destruction of 772 drones highlights the ongoing intensity of aerial reconnaissance and attack attempts, while the elimination of 88 vehicles underscores persistent logistical challenges for Russian troops on the ground. The daily Russian personnel loss of 930 troops reflects high attrition rates amid ongoing combat engagements along the front line. Since the start of the full-scale invasion on February 24, 2022, Russia's total combat losses, according to Ukrainian military officials, have now surpassed 1.23 million personnel, alongside tens of thousands of units of heavy weaponry, vehicles, and drones. Earlier, Ukraine's Center for Countering Disinformation reported that Russia was using fake job ads for a non-existent Luhansk nuclear power plant to covertly recruit contract soldiers for the war in Ukraine. The listings posted on Avito offered security jobs with military pay and benefits, while recruiters admitted applicants would serve where the motherland says. Russian forces carried out 1 missile strike and 85 airstrikes across Ukraine, using a single missile and dropping 226 guided aerial bombs. In addition, Russia launched 5,862 loitering munitions and conducted 3,545 attacks on Ukrainian military positions and populated areas, including 83 strikes using multiple launch rocket systems. Earlier, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte stated that Russia suffered catastrophic battlefield losses in December 2025, with as many as 1,000 soldiers killed each day, according to